Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, who would I be without that thought? You know the one I'm talking about, the one that says, I'm not the type of person who can speak up, be successful, fall in love again, trust people, or start over. That's the voice in your head that sounds like truth, but it's not. It's a belief, an invisible script, and today we're going to rip that script up and write a new one. Most people don't realize they're walking around with a mental script they never actually chose. It's like you're acting out a role that someone cast you in a long time ago. Maybe it came from your parents. Don't be too loud. You need to stay safe. Be realistic. Or from school. You're either smart or you're not. You either have talent or you don't. Or maybe it came from life itself, when something hurt and your mind made up a rule to keep you safe. And so you grow up believing, I'm not a creative person. I'll never be good with money. I'm not lovable unless I achieve something. And people like me don't get to live a life like that. These aren't facts. They're just old code running your life in the background. Let's go a level deeper. From the time we're kids, we're put into boxes. At school, it's the sporty ones, the clever ones, the quiet ones, and the popular ones. In families, maybe you're the responsible one or the rebel. At work, you're either leadership material or you're not. And in social groups, you're the funny one, the shy one, the organizer, or the shoulder to lean on. And once you're labeled, it sticks. People treat you accordingly, and over time, you start treating yourself that way too. You play the role, you wear the costume, and then you forget it was even a role to begin with, and no one tells you that you can take the costume off. Let's talk energy, because invisible scripts don't just live in your mind, they live in your energy body. Every belief you carry emits a frequency. It's like an energetic signature that says, this is who I am, this is what I expect, and this is what I'm available for. So when you keep thinking, I'm not good enough, I never get chosen, or I'm just not that type of person, you start broadcasting that frequency out into the world without even realizing it. You vibrate at the level of that belief. And of course, the universe responds to your frequency, not your words. That's why you can say you want love, abundance, and confidence. But if your energy is still running the old script of unworthiness or fear, you'll keep getting experiences that match that script. It's not just psychological conditioning, it's energetic programming. Your aura literally holds the record of your beliefs. The chakras, especially the solar plexus, which holds your identity, the heart chakra, your worthiness, and Ajna, how you perceive things. These get clouded by your old belief imprints. And here's the thing, when you release a limiting belief, you're not just shifting a thought, you're liberating energy. Suddenly, your field becomes more open, more magnetic, and more aligned with who you really are. That's when things start to flow. Synchronicities appear, opportunities feel drawn to you, and people respond to your presence, not just your words. Because you're no longer sending mixed signals. Your thoughts, words, actions, and your entire energy system are finally aligned. Now, let me tell you about how I used to be. I was always the quiet one, the shy one at school, the clever one who never misbehaved or spoke out of turn. At work, I watched other people get promoted, lead meetings, and make bold decisions. And every time I thought about stepping up, a voice inside whispered, that's not you. You're not that type of person. And so I didn't try. I stayed in my box and I watched everyone else shine. Because that's just not what I did. Until one day I was tired of being ignored and talked over. Everyone was arguing about a problem at work and they were getting nowhere. As I listened, I figured out an answer that would solve everything, but no one wanted to hear it. Until finally I grew so impatient that I interrupted my boss, something that I would never have done in the past. And to my surprise, all eyes were on me and they listened. I was now leading the conversation, and I could see their heads were nodding in approval. People were respecting my views, and it was at that moment that it hit me. I was living by a belief that wasn't even true. The only thing that had ever stopped me was that sentence in my head. So now I'm asking you this. What's your sentence? What's the belief you've carried so long that you don't even question it anymore? I'm not confident. I'm not spiritual enough. I'm too old to change. I'm not worthy of love. I always mess things up. Imagine if that thought just vanished. What would you try? What part of yourself would come alive? What new story would begin? You don't need to fight your old beliefs. You just need to recognize them and replace them. Start small, one new belief, one brave action, and watch how everything starts to shift. You're not lost and you're not behind. You've just been living a story that no longer reflects who you truly are. And the most powerful part, you get to rewrite that story. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just make one small shift, one new belief, one new decision that says, that's not who I am anymore. Start small by saying yes to something that scares you a little. Set a boundary you used to avoid. Speak up, even if your voice shakes. Because those little shifts, they add up. They become your new path, your new identity, and your new momentum. You don't need anyone else to tell you who you are. You get to decide that yourself right now. So rip up the old script. Write the one your future self will thank you for, the one where you stop shrinking and start becoming. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, you need to check out my other video, How to Reprogram Your Subconscious Mind. It'll show you exactly how your beliefs are formed and how to install new ones that support the life you actually want. Until next time, take care, rewrite your inner script, take one bold step today, and always stay inspired.